Hi, I'm Dr. Ferniany at Village Veterinary Clinic, and today I would like to help you better understand kitten care. This is my assistant today, Biscuit, and she will be demonstrating some things about common questions that we have regarding kittens. First, what is the most important thing to know about raising a healthy kitten? Kittens are so much fun to have around the house. They are playful and full of antics, and sometimes those can get them into trouble. So definitely you have to keep a close eye on them and really control their environment to make sure that they stay healthy and happy. And of course, if anything seems out of the ordinary, the first thing you should do is call your veterinarian. What are the right and wrong ways to pick up my kitten? So Biscuit here, as you can see, is very closely attached to my chest. For kittens, you especially want to support their underside, and you want to make sure that if they do get up high, like on your shoulder, that you have a hand on them at all times so that they don't jump off, because a fall from that height could be detrimental to their health and break their little legs. How can I tell if my kitten is happy and healthy? A good barometer of that is going to be if they are eating, drinking, urinating, and defecating normally. You also want them to be active. Kittens do like to play quite a bit. They are very curious and love to explore. And if they are just laying there and lethargic and not really responsive or interested in anything, that is a sign that something may be wrong. How should I feed my kitten? This is something that's very dependent on age. If you have a neonatal kitten, meaning just born, then you're going to be bottle feeding for quite some time. Usually between 3 and 4 weeks, we do start to introduce solid food. So if they are on dam nursing, that's when you would introduce softer pate foods. But most of the time, if you're getting a kitten from the shelter, you're going to be feeding a dry food, and we want it to be a high quality kitten food. So we do recommend brands like Hills or Purina or Royal Canin for that. What are some products I might need for my kitten? So kittens, again, very playful. You're going to want to have toys for them, and those are the fun things. You're also going to want to have a litter box pretty much as soon as you bring them home. Cats will naturally go to litter boxes because they like to have places where they will cover their urination and defecation. You're going to want safe areas for them. So little caves for them to go into, crinkle tunnels to play with, and as they get older, adding in vertical spaces for them to climb, because cats really do love to climb. How soon should I bring my new kitten to the veterinarian? So vets will see kittens pretty much at any time. We do see quite a lot of newborn kittens that have lost their mothers. We like to check them for parasites if they're below about 6 weeks of age, and continue checking as they grow, just to make sure they don't need to be dewormed. We'll start vaccine series around 6 weeks of age, and that continues through 16 weeks. And then we like to let them reach a size of about 5 pounds or about 5 months old, and we will spay and neuter them at that time. A lot of times if you have a kitten from a shelter, that cat has already been spayed or neutered to help with the cat overpopulation problem, which is quite intense in this area. How can I get the most out of my first vet visit with my new kitten? Certainly, come prepared with a list of questions to ask. We here at Village Vet offer a kitten plan, and that includes a packet of information about everything I want you to know about having a kitten. And we are happy to answer any questions for you. What will my veterinarian look for during an initial kitten care visit? So some of the common things that we check for in kittens are parasites. That's kind of a big one. We'll also listen to their heart and lungs, make sure that there's nothing there that is concerning, like a heart murmur. We'll check their mouth, make sure there's no sign of a cleft palate. Usually feel along their bellies, which this little kitten has quite a pot belly today because she just ate. And look at their genital area to see if they're a boy or girl if you don't know. and also to make sure that everything is developing appropriately. What are some early signs and symptoms of health issues in your kitten? So some of the things that you need to keep an eye out for as your kitten grows, a lack of appetite, especially if they have been eating really well up to that point, poor weight gain, which kind of goes along with that. There's a condition called fading kitten syndrome, where especially young cats just don't put weight on. Vomiting, diarrhea, that kind of goes along with that, since both of those can be signs of parasites or more serious diseases. Swollen or painful abdomen, again, either combined with diarrhea or with the lack of defecation. Lethargy, again, if they're just not moving around, you need to get in to see a vet. Certainly difficulty breathing or wheezing come in. And then if they're really congested or like have crusty eyes, those are something we commonly see with found kittens and can have a variety of different causes. Why is it important to avoid self-diagnosing possible kitten health problems? So as I just mentioned, there are quite a lot of different causes that can look the same in cats. For example, crusty eyes can have both bacterial and viral causes, and some of those do have long-term health effects that you need to be aware of. So it's really good to see a vet if you're ever concerned about your cat. When should my kitten get vaccinations? So we start vaccines around 6 weeks of age and go through 16 weeks. If you have a cat that's older than that, they still need to be vaccinated, and a lot of the vaccines have to be boosted at about 3 weeks. We consider rabies and the FCRVP vaccines as core. If you have an outdoor cat, then we add the FELV vaccine onto that. FELV and FIV are two common cat diseases that are prevalent in the outdoor population, and we want to make sure that they are negative for those prior to vaccinating for the FLV. What do you need to know about kitten behavior? So kittens, they do like to get themselves in trouble. It's a really good idea to be aware of any kind of toxic plants or substances in your house that kittens may get into. Lilies is a really common one that a lot of people don't know about. And you want to make sure that you don't bring those into the house with a kitten because they can get themselves into a lot of trouble. The other thing is, monitor for your cat getting into small spaces and getting stuck and getting in dangerous spaces like the washer or dryer. So it's a good idea to check before you start a load of laundry. If you have any questions regarding how to care for a new kitten, please give us a call at 256-262-9111. We're happy to help you get your new precious little kitten on the path to wellness.